to do whatever it is that God has placed in you, you must be brave. For me to do whatever it is that God has placed in me, I must be brave. We have to be brave. I want to let you guys know today that brilliancy without bravery is nothing. Brilliancy is nothing without bravery. It doesn't matter how smart we are. It doesn't matter about our opinions. It doesn't matter what ideas we come up with. It doesn't matter what creativity we come up with. But brilliancy without bravery is nothing. Because we have to be willing to be brave enough to put ourselves on the line. We have to be brave enough to put our character on the line. We have to be brave enough to put our integrity on the line. And when we get to this point where we are brave enough, we will see the things that God has placed within us come to fruition. When we get to the place where we are brave enough, we will see things happening in our lives. There's a saying that we can get nothing done scared. You can get nothing done scared. And many times what happens is this. Not only are some of us still afraid, but we're not brave enough to take that step or to take that leap to say, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm going to give it a try. No matter what happens, I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm here to pull and tug on somebody today who may have still, who may still be sitting on the fence or on the sidelines, still waiting, like, oh, I'm just waiting for my chance, but not yet. I don't have all the resources, and I don't know if I could do it like the other person, and I don't know if it's going to sell, or I don't know if the people are going to come. Beloved, I'm here today to tell you that you must be brave. Brilliancy is nothing without bravery. So many of us have so many gifts and talents, and we're still sitting there. I really can't believe it. Some of us are still sitting there, and we still writing down our list, and we still checking it twice, but we're not moving on it because it takes a level of bravery, beloved. I want to encourage somebody today. You have what it takes. You have what it takes. I'm not going to stop until I push somebody where they need to be. I'm not going to stop until I tug on you to where you need to be, because you have what it takes, beloved. And what happens is many of us are afraid, and we so smart. We have so many ideas and so many opinions, and it's just sitting there. And we just sitting there with our coulda, woulda, shoulda do list. And we're not executing. We're not operating. We're not moving into it. So all the ideas and brilliancy is nothing if we're not brave enough to put it out there. And the thing about it is, if you have all these ideas and you have all these thoughts and you have all these opinions and you're not executing, you're wasting time, beloved. But beloved, I want to push you today to even take baby steps. Take baby steps. Sometimes we can't always do everything at once or take a big leap. Maybe you can't leap off the mountain, but maybe you can leap off the hill. Beloved, let me encourage you today. God is not going to let you fall. God is not going to take you in the deep to make you drown. My mind go back to a moment. Let me be transparent. I want to share something with you guys. My mind go back to a moment where I was in Mexico, and I was in Mexico with my best friend. And we got in this thing called the lazy river, and we thought it was shallow, like it would just take us, around in the little whatever you call it, the circle raft or whatever it was. And little did we know that the river took us all the way out in the river. And I'm sorry, bestie, if you watch this video and I'm telling on you. But anyway, my best friend boat flipped over. And when it flipped over, she panicked, and I'm telling you, she just thought she was going to drown. She just panicked because her foot couldn't touch the ground. And what happened is this. I was yelling out to her, "You're not going to drown. You have on a life jacket." And that's what I want to tell you guys today. You are not going to drown. God has given you a life jacket. He is not going to take you out into the deep and leave you there to drown. You may tilt the boat over. You may tilt the raft over. But you will not drown, beloved. You got to be brave enough to get in the boat. And not only that, but you got to be brave enough to go out in the deep. Jesus said to the disciples that was fishing, throw your nets out into the deep. Some of us are still treading shallow water because we want to stay in our comfort zone. Another thing about me, when I used to go to school, I used to didn't sit in the front of the class, and I didn't sit in the back of the class. I sat in the middle of the class because I figured the professor is easy to see the ones in the front, so she'll call on them, or the professor will usually call on the ones that's in the back because they think they're not paying attention. So usually the ones in the middle is hiding. But let me tell you, this professor, every day I came, she would call on me no matter where I sat. And I'm here today to let you know, beloved, God is calling you. You can't run. You can't hide. The gift that's inside of you has to come to fruition. Somebody is waiting on you. Somebody is depending on you. And only you can do it, beloved. There is only one you. God has gifted you. God has implanted it in you. And the problem is this. We're not brave enough to launch out on it. We're not brave enough to do it. Why, beloved? Why are you giving God the gift and talent back? It's almost like someone give you a gift, a great gift that could possibly make you so successful. I'm too scared. I don't want it. Here, take the gift back. And that's the thing with many of us. Many of us are giving God the gift back. And what's going to happen is he's going to end up giving it to someone like he did with the talents, that to someone who will be grateful for it, someone who will use it, someone who won't be afraid to say, you know what, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance. I might not have all the resources, but I'm going to take a chance. And God is looking for somebody today, beloved, who's going to take a chance. You have to be brave enough to take a chance, because once again, brilliancy is nothing without bravery. You have to be brave, beloved. You got to stop being afraid. Don't be afraid of what people think of you. Don't be afraid of who you know and who you don't know. Don't be afraid because some people won't support you. Don't be afraid because you don't have the resources or the money. Don't be afraid. You got to let your faith work for you. You have to try and take a chance. Let me tell you something. It's nothing wrong with trying. And guess what? God is not going to let you drown. He's not going to let you fall. He's not going to let you fall, beloved. And even if you do fall, he's going to lift you back up. Why? Because it's in you, and nobody else can do it but you. I can't do it for you. You can't do it for me. Each and every one are specifically gifted. I don't care if it's singing. I don't care if it's writing. I don't care if it's preaching. I don't care if it's teaching. I don't care if it's opening some organization or some store, some business, whatever it is. God has given it specifically to you, and I don't care if 100 or 1,000 other people are doing it. Nobody can do it like you. And that's the problem. We have some shy people out here. And what's happening is the shy people are telling other people their ideas. The shy people are telling other people what God placed in them. And guess what? Those people you telling, they're running off with your idea. They're running off with your business idea, or what you had in mind. And what's happening is that's why we have a lot of imitators. Oh my God. That's why we have a lot of imitators out there. Because the ones that are supposed to be out there doing what it is that God said do, you're still sitting there. You're still sitting there, beloved. Get up. I'm going to push and tug on you whether you like me or not. Get up. I hear God telling somebody, get up. Enough is enough. Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go. So many people in the Bible who felt they wasn't significant enough. So many people in the Bible thought they didn't have it in them. And God still used them, and he used them mightily. It took some bravery. Yes, when Moses spread that Red Sea. It took some bravery when David took those 3 rocks and he slung it and he killed that giant. I could imagine in my mind the giant was real big. But David said, nobody's going to come against the plan of God. And he had some bravery within him, and he slung those rocks. I could just imagine in my mind. Could you imagine if the rocks would have missed? But he was brave enough to say, I got 3 of them. And whether 1 miss, whether 2 miss, one of them is going to hit, beloved. I'm here to tell you today that something is about to break for you. The giant in your life is about to come down. It is too long that you've been having shackles and chains on you. It is too long, beloved. I'm pushing you today. I'm pushing you today. I'm pushing me today. because it's too long to just keep sitting, hoping and wishing and saying, I'm waiting on God. Beloved, no, we're not. We're not waiting on God. Now it's an excuse. Now we're in a situation where it's just an excuse. We don't waited on God. God has already given you the answer. He's already placed the gift within you. Now, beloved, it is time for you to use it, and you will impact this nation. You are going to impact this world, and the devil knows it. And that's why the enemy is afraid. That's why the enemy keep talking to your mind. That's why the enemy keep making you feel like, oh, everybody's against me. I don't got no help. Nobody love me. But that's the trick of the devil trying to talk to you, because he don't want what God has placed in you to come out of you. But I'm here today to tell you, beloved, you got to be brave in this walk. You got to be brave when it comes to the things of God. Yes, there will always be people talk about you. There will always be people who think you're not good enough. There will always be people who always throw up your past. But I'm here to tell you today, beloved, it's time to get up. I'm here to tell you today, you better throw that rock like David did. Sling it today, brother. Sling it today, sister. I feel the boldness raising up in somebody. I hear somebody saying, enough is enough. I'm ready, and I'm going out, and I'm launching in the deep, and I'm doing what it is that God wants me to do. It doesn't matter who like me. It doesn't matter who don't like me. I'm going to do what it is that God called me to do. Yes, yes, you can do it, beloved. The Bible says that all things are possible to them that believe. And if you could believe it, beloved, it shall be done unto you. He said in his word in Philippians, beloved, that not only will he supply your needs, but you can do all things through the strength that he has given you. He has given you the strength already. Now you got to stir up that bravery. You got to be brave, and you got to be willing to stand. You got to be willing to stand in the storm. You got to be willing to stand. You're afraid that you might mess it up. You're afraid. Guess what? I sometimes get afraid, beloved. I sometimes get afraid. Well, I get afraid a lot. But guess what? I don't let that stop me. I don't let that stop me, because there's people out there that God called me to. It's people out there that God has called you to. And today, beloved, I hear it so clear as day. Come on. It's time now. Right now. It's time now. Even if it's baby steps, it's time now. Do something. Just move a little bit of motion. Just move a little bit. If you can, if God placed in you to write a book, just write one page. Woo, God. If God placed in you to build something, put one brick. You can do it. You can do it. If God be for you. God, help me, God. Help me, God. If God be for you, it doesn't matter who's against you. You do what you do with excellence. And you stay humble and watch God bless it. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, I know what I feel. I know what the Lord put in my heart. He's saying, do it, and he's going to bless it. Do it, and he's going to bring it to fruition. Do it, and you're going to look back and say, wow, I should have did this a long time ago. Man, I love you guys so much. And I know some of you have, not even some of you, all of you have something in you. When you was in your mother's womb, that's why you were born, because it's something in you. That's why you wasn't aborted. That's why you wasn't killed. That's why you wasn't destroyed, because there's something in you, beloved, that has to come out of you. That's why you're still breathing. My God. Father, I thank you. Woo! God. Father, I thank you for everyone that's on this video and those who may watch later. Father, I thank you for how you are giving us boldness, how you're putting bravery within us, how you're giving us new ideas, strategies, how you're putting it in us without fear and doubt. God, I thank you that you're taking away fear and doubt. You're going to have us, God, to run with boldness, and we're going to be brave about it. And we're going to be on purpose. We're going to do it on purpose and with the purpose. And nothing is going to stop us. Nothing is going to hinder us. Nothing is going to break your plan. The plan over our lives is still in effect. I pray that even those that may be watching, that may feel like they can't do it, who may feel insecure, who may feel they don't have the help, support, or resources, the way is already made, and that you're lifting them, that you're lifting their spirit from center to circumference. You're raising them up, God. I thank you for it, and I praise you for it. We will run on, and we will be brave, because you called us to be brave. You didn't call us to be afraid. Oh, God, your word said that you have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Give us a sound mind, God, that we may do what it is that you called us to do. We love you, Father, and we thank you. All things we ask in Jesus' name, and it is so, and it is so. Some of you already started. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. Some of you already started. You took that step, you took that leap, and little by little, it's building. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the sales. Don't worry about all that stuff. That'll come soon. Just start building. Just start building. One brick on top of the other. Wow. I love you guys so much, and I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe in you, and I'm going to push and pull on you every chance I get, because you can do it. You're brave enough. Come on, stick your chest out. I can do it. I can do it, and I will do it. Come on. Somebody say, I will do it. Come on, I will do it. Somebody say it. I will do it. I love you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye now.